into the call yet. Watch what I'm getting ready to tell you. They've been waiting on the sidelines, but watch this here. They're getting ready to initiate, and they're going to go right past some people who think they're the most anointed, who think they're the most prophetic, because the problem is that because you think that you have it together, hear me very carefully, because you think you got it together does not mean that on game day you're going to be in the game. I need people that I can put in the game that I know going to execute exactly what needs to be done. I need people, and every lead I want y'all to talk back to me. Apostle Desna Tracy DeVote is on here. I think she'll respect this. A lot of you gonna have to have leaders who are focused, aligned, and balanced. If they are not focused, aligned, and balanced, it's not going to work for where you're trying to go. And I'm not saying that just for her. I'm saying for leaders universally. You're going to have people who you know are ride or dies, who you know gonna stand up to the plate, who's gonna be where they're supposed to be. You have to know the moves, the shift, and you gotta know the promises of God. And God is saying that this is going to be the season where you will walk into the initiation and not just be able to be connected because of association. You're getting ready to walk into your great place of what God has called. When you are a fantasizer, you must avoid the personal risk, which means, in other words, you don't want to play it. You always want to play safe. Yes, you always want to play it safe. Now, here's where I'm going to separate the wheat and the terror. I love leaders that love to be dreamers who really embrace risk as being necessary. I like people that dance on the other side of the comma. I like people that love the unknown. I like people who knows the X factor. We just gonna put our hands in it and get dirty. Some of y'all right now, you too pretty. You too pretty boy. You too flamboyant to get yourself dirty. Amen. I want to know, girlfriend, can you get your red bottoms dirty because you helped somebody off the street? I want to know, could you get your white Versace dirty? Amen. After getting that hooker from turning her trick, y'all ain't saying that. She got to wipe her lipstick on your white. Would you be like, no, don't touch me? Or would you say, come on, give it all to me because you're going to walk into your deliverance? Some of us, we got to embrace risk. Are you willing? In Chicago, on the lower end of Wacker Drive, there's a whole bunch of people that don't have nothing to eat. We have a whole lot of people who don't have nowhere to stay. Are you willing to go give up some blankets and some shoes and some socks? Amen. To help these people stay warm. Amen. Are you willing to get somebody a haircut to help them for their job interview? Are you willing to give them some clothes so that they can be straight for the job interview? We got to learn how to take some risk. And hear me, 2018 and this new beginning, you're going to have to be a risk taker. It's just like Peter. Peter walked on the water because he said, Lord, if it's you, bid me to come. He took a risk. But watch this here. As long as he kept his eye on Jesus, he wouldn't have never sank. But the moment he got caught in the popularity and looked around him, when the moment he took his eye off Jesus is when he began to sink. He said, Lord, save me. Are you willing in 2018? That's right. And I'm telling you right now, we got to be able to embrace the risk. Hear me. I don't want to touch that. I know they don't like me. They gonna talk about me. Well, guess what? I would never be where I am because it was the people that talked about me to fuel my motivation, not only to prove them wrong, but to see what I had on the inside of me to make me better. I had to learn how to walk. I had to learn how to walk in the deep. I never knew nothing about shallow. All of my life, I've always been launched into the deep. Why? Because it's in my genes. It's in my core that I am a risk taker. Even if it don't work out, hear me, even if it don't work out, I am learning that I got to take a chance. And I'll never know what's on the other side of the comma if I'm too scared to take a risk. Sometimes you just got to go on out there and say, look here, man, this might blow up in my face, but hey, I'm going to do it because at least I tried. Being in the military, I had to jump out of a plane. Hear me. And I was always afraid of heights. And watch this here. Here's the lesson. You know how we do when we say we're going to count 1, 2, 3, then jump. Them fools threw me out at 1. Did you hear me? Because they knew I would hold on when I got ready to go to 3. And the moment you embrace your fear, the moment you can overcome it. I jumped out of planes. I had to jump off the U.S. Enterprise to jump into the Pacific Ocean. I did a whole lot of things that I didn't want to do, but I was a risk taker. When I joined the Navy, I knew that I was taking a risk because because it was around the time of Desert Storm. I understand that. But watch what I'm getting ready to tell you. You're going to have to learn how to embrace risk as being necessary. And watch this here. You're going to laugh when I say this. A lot of times when God calls you in, have God ever called you to something and then God don't say nothing after you say yes for a minute? He wants to see what you going to do. And number two, watch this here. Sometimes when God just does something, he already cuts the safety net in the bottom of the net. He cuts the bottom of it. You got to know how to be a risk taker. Sometimes you got to step out there alone and then allow some things to happen. And hear me, I may have been nervous, but the moment I got my feet planted, and I'll give you this for free. Any pastor, and I pray that y'all don't laugh. I pray that y'all will say amen if this is true. If you have never got in the pulpit and said that you were nervous, you're in the wrong call. I don't care if you've been preaching 2 minutes, 2 seconds, 2 years, 20 years, 50 years. There's always something about you where there is this little butterfly thing on the inside of you that gets yourself ready. And there are certain times, and I'll say this to you all, I don't care. There are certain times when I have to move a certain way, and hear me, it's like I'm getting my feet planted, so then that way I'm comfortable with where I am. Sometimes I have to do that because, hear me, I'm taking a risk for what I'm going to talk about. At a conference I'm going to be doing in 2018, I think the only one that's kind of wild with me would be maybe like a Patricia Matheson or maybe like a Tracy DeVoe. And I really believe, who else is on here? I got one more. I saw your name, Tim Thompson. I believe these three people, but along with myself, would probably be wild like me. I'm going to be preaching a sermon at a conference to men, and women are going to be in the conversation, and I'm going to preach how to make your woman climb a wall. Yes. See, you need to talk about messages like that. Now, some of y'all right there, y'all just went real deep. Some of y'all right there just think I went nasty. No, I want you to read Psalms 128. Amen. And she shall be like a vine. What do vines climb up, everybody? A wall. Yes. See, get your mind out the dirt. Amen. See, yes. I'm going to take that text. I'm going to work that thing. I preached a message this year, the latter part of the year, and I talked about how a man has to pick the right mate. I preached that at GLCC, how a man has got to pick the right mate. And this is one of the principles that I gave. Y'all can use this for free. Either a woman is going to catapult that man to his destiny, or she's going to be the diaper. Amen. She's going to be the diaper to his complacency. Did y'all hear what I just said? Either that woman is going to catapult that man to his destiny, or she's going to be the diaper, amen, to his actual downfall. Amen. And I'm telling you right now, it blessed the lives of everybody. If you want a copy of that sermon, you want to make sure that you can get it from GLCC. I don't have all the information. Here's the last one I want to give you, and then I'm going to bid you adieu, if that's okay. When you are a fantasizer, amen, you make others responsible. You make others responsible. But when you are the dream builder and it's about you, you make yourself responsible. One of the things that I love is that I love when people don't always shift blame on other people and point fingers at everybody else. They point the finger at themselves, and they're able to say to themselves, hey, look here, it's on me. I did that. I made the mistake. I made the fault. I got to make sure that I own it. Amen. And one thing being the leader, and this is one thing I'm learning. Amen. People love to say where you're wrong at and where they think that I have to be all things to all people. I have to help everybody meet their budgets. I got to help everybody do everything that they're supposed to do. Now, nobody has to help me now. Nobody has to hold my arms up. Nobody has to funnel anything into the vision that I'm trying to do. I'm just supposed to do all the giving. People don't want to see me with nothing. They want me to do everything for free. They want me to do all that and the other. But I'm pouring thousands. There are churches where I go to multi times a year. Amen. And the fellowship, myself, we're pumping thousands. It's payday for them. It's bonus day for them. But them nor their members even give a tenth of what we've given. None of that. And I had to learn to take responsibility for that. I had to take responsibility because I realized, as I preached before and as I've said before, and you all heard me on here, and those of you that senior leaders, you can talk back to me. It's a difference in being people's pastor and being their spiritual mama and daddy. And did y'all hear what I said? say? There's a difference between being their pastor and their spiritual mom and dad. I don't want to talk about money because I have this quote where it's all about me and it's all about money. So I'm not going to go that route. But what I will say is that I do believe that you should honor those people who you serve. I do believe in that, and I'm going to believe in that to the day I die. Amen. And I grew up Baptist. Amen. But I guess maybe because I'm not Baptist, the people don't believe in that no more, that they just throw you bones. Amen. And they'll go give something to somebody else. Amen. Because they believe in them, but don't believe in you. And you the one birthed them and helped them and gave them all that they have. You got to make sure that works. So as I wrap this up here, I'll come back and finish this on tomorrow. But here's the question that I want to leave with you today. Are you focusing your doing on the things that you love to do? All right. Are you building on your strengths? Are you building the dream that is vitally important to you? And tomorrow I'm going to come back and I'm going to give you some points as it relates to just those things that I'm talking about. I'll give you one to let you chew on until tomorrow. Here it is. Building on your strengths activates the law of the least effort. All right. Let me give that to you again. See, I told you tomorrow I got to break this down for you all. Building on your strengths activates the law of least effort. What are you saying to me, Dr. Peters? When you build on your strengths, the activities that you begin to use will become naturally easy for you. Building on your strengths obviously will work for you. But hear me, you'll never become a millionaire when you have a poverty mentality. Every day I'm working. One of my sons, he's on here, Apostle Tatum. He'll talk to me. He say, "What are you doing?" I say, "I'm working. I'm out here on my grind." And he'll say, "Man, you always working." Yeah, because if I don't work, I don't eat. I got to make it happen. Amen. Yesterday I signed my contract. I'm now working, amen, as an actual person to help people restore their credit and do stuff like that. Yesterday I had 15 people sign up. Did you hear what I say? Sign up. I didn't say who's interested. Now I got about 35 people that's interested, but hear me, I had 15 just yesterday sign up. Did you hear what I said? And hear me, I'm not going to put my hand to something that I know I'm not going to be successful in. I have a theological seminary school. I have over 60 people in the first year part of it. Did you hear what I say? And hear me, I'm not even fully blown the way I want it to be. This was just people I talked about in my fellowship. These were people who I talked about with who has some connectivity to me through people of our fellowship. Hear me, I didn't go to the outside people. I didn't get with all my mentees. I didn't get with it. I got it right first with the prototype that I'm using with some people in our church and with some people, amen, and my mentor, and some people in our fellowship. Only senior leadership. Are you following me? I have about 50 some odd people, amen, who are supporters of the senior leaders that's part of it. When you build on your strength, you activate the law of least effort. And hear me, it helps me. It fuels my energy. It fuels what it is that I'm trying to do. Because when I believe in what it is, I'm going to eat it. I'm going to sleep it. I'm going to drink it. Amen. I'm going to read it. I'm going to do everything that I can do because I want to be the best at what I want to be. I want to do my part and do my assignment. This is my time, y'all. It's 8:58. I told y'all I only give you 30 minutes. I got to get off of here, but I wanted to come on and give you this. Tomorrow, I will finish these 7 principles. I got a couple of things I want to give you. I got 4 of them. And then after that, I'm going to bid you adieu. Amen. And I will give you the last word of the year that God has given me to share with you all. And it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. Mind-blowing, life-provoke changing. I pray that I helped you on today. Amen. And I pray that what we share with you today will catapult you to where it is that you need to be. This is the reality. You're going to have to deal with it somehow or another. All right. God bless y'all. Have an amazing day. Go with God. And knowing God as I do, He will surely go with you. Be blessed.